apparently it's getting a little weird between Philly and Ertz. He wants out or something or other, and he's from Danville. I know that. He grew up out here in the East Bay. He went to Monta Vista. He's like a couple years younger than me. He went to Stanford. He probably would love to play for the 49ers. Do you think the Niners would love to trade for him? Should they get him?
It sure looks like the Niners want that second tight end, right? Last offseason, we made some attempts to fill that role. I know you're high on Ross Dwelley, and I would love to see that potential there. So I'm comfortable with where we're at, but it's clear that the Niners want to explore all options. And Zach Ertz had the tearful press conference that sure seemed to say, I'm done with the Philadelphia organization and moving on. So now you're looking at what is his career, 8 seasons, averaging 14 and a half games a season. So, he's missing 2.5 games a season for injury, 70 catches a year, 760 yards a year, 4.5 touchdowns a year, 70% catch rate, which is pretty phenomenal. This one is interesting to me, and the biggest detractor is the salary. I think he's at $8.5 million post June 1st if we bring him in. And so with $11 million left, still needing to do a Fred Warner extension, for me, this one is tough. I'm not trading for him. I think that the asking price is probably a 4th rounder. I think they're asking for a 3rd, so I think a 4th probably gets it done. But the $8.5 million and the significant drop off in production for him last season, where he literally lost the starting job by the end of the year, that's a concern. And I think things have deteriorated to the point with Philadelphia that potentially they end up having to release him. At that point, I'm not interested in a trade.
Yeah, I would say if they released him and the Niners could sign him for cheap. Look, here's the thing. I've seen Zach Ertz in person recently, the last couple of years. I feel like I saw him in person. I mean, did he not play against the Niners at Levi's? My impression of seeing him was he's slow. He's just not as dynamic as he was in 2013, 2014, 2015. He just seems slow and easy to cover and not dynamic. Like, he used to be really good at getting open. I mean, in 2018, he caught 75% of his targets. Last year, he caught 50% of his targets and averaged 9 yards per catch. And he's 30. I mean, what is he? He'll be 31 in November. I mean, the thing about it is I really, really do like Ross Dwelley. It's not an act. I think he's really good. He just turned 26. Last year, he caught 79% of his catches and averaged almost 13 yards a catch. I think that's the kind of guy you want to reward with more playing time. Not like, hey, we're bringing in another 30-year-old has-been to cut into your – like, Jordan Reed never should have been on this team last year. His target should have went to Ross Dwelley. He earned them. Jordan Reed was washed up and shouldn't have been in the NFL at all last year, my opinion. And I'm not saying Zach Ertz is washed up. I'm not saying he's not. I just think the Niners, they need to start embracing some of their young players and not become the oldest team of all time.
That is a fair point. I love that you have to clarify that you actually like Ross Dwelley and you're not.
Some people think I'm like joking or something. Yeah. I do like him.
Well, I mean, in fairness, you do blow some smoke sometimes. So
I do. That's why I have to say it. I have to
you got to be clear about it.
No sarcasm here. I'm serious.
Yeah. I agree that we have in times past missed out on some serious talent that is a bit younger on our roster. I mean, a DJ Reed scenario where he's now, I think, at least as of last year, a starter in Seattle. It's tough to watch some of our young players that we should have developed and they should have been the solution when our older players moved on, end up on other teams. So I'm all for giving Ross Dwelley the reps in this scenario.
Too. I don't see it happening.
Yeah, I don't think he moves the needle from Ross Dwelley a whole lot, if any.
I don't either, but the Niners, if Zach Ertz is cut and they can sign him for what they signed Jordan Reed last year, they'll do it because they don't. Ross Dwelley doesn't get the respect he deserves. He is the Rodney Dangerfield of tight ends.
No respect.
No respect. Ross Dwelley can't even get it from his own coach. I mean, what does he have to do?
But he's got it from Grant Cohn.
That's right.
That's what matters.
Rodney Dangerfield at tight end. All right. Well, I hope they don't bring in Zach Ertz. I don't think they need him.
I'm on the Ross Dwelley train with you, man. I'm on it now.
All aboard, baby. All aboard. Filling up fast. Jonathan says, I don't know if you went over this already, but what's the 49ers' 5 best positions? No, I don't think I have gone over. We can do it real quick off the top of your head. Let's name some that you think will qualify until we get to 5.
Running back.
D-line.
Linebacker.
Tight end. That's
Offensive
4.
line, hopefully.
Hell no. I wouldn't give them that yet. They got to prove
I know
that.
you
Hell
wouldn't
no.
because you think that we're anchored on the right side by a flat tire.
I wouldn't give them that yet. But
No.
maybe, I mean.
But I
Not quarterback.
struggled there because where else are we super deep? The fifth one to me is
O-line,
you could say
wide
quarterback
receiver,
well, that's
corner,
what I thought
safety.
on wide receiver, though. You have that significant drop off after the first 2. That's tough. First 2 are great, but then a real drop off.
That's true. Offensive line.
See, to me, I predict the McGlinchey bounce back year. I think that the Banks addition was huge.
Let's give it to the O-line. Let's give it to the O-line. Let's give it to the O-line. Good call. Good call. I'm going to stop being so negative about the offensive line. Mike, that's for you. You're top 5 offensive line, which makes you a top 5 right tackle, probably, maybe, possibly.